If you are looking for growth, if you're looking for transformation, if you are looking to step into your main character era, look no further than the Green Room. It's my signature group coaching program designed specifically for the busy woman who's ready to change her life. With monthly trainings, weekly accountability, and an amazing private community, it's your go-to space for growth, support, and making yourself a priority. If you've been feeling stuck, but you're absolutely ready to level up, then this is your sign. Click the link in the show notes to join, and let's thrive in 2025.
Hello, gorgeous, and welcome back to the Girlfriend's Guide. I am so excited that you are here. Happy New Year. Happy 2025. Y'all, I am amped when I think about the power and potential that lies in the 12 months ahead. So much growth, so much new opportunity. It just gets me super, super juiced. So, I am actually in the process of a major goal of my own, which is expanding my platform to YouTube. And I didn't quite get the video right, but the audio for the podcast that I'm dropping today is fire. I am sharing with you the 5 power systems that you absolutely must have in place to turbocharge your goals and skyrocket you to success. Y'all, it was too good not to share. The video is not videoing, but the audio, y'all, your girl is bringing the heat. So grab a pen, tag a friend, and do not miss this episode. I love you, and I cannot wait to pour into you this year. Hello, gorgeous, and welcome back to the Red Carpet Collective. I am so excited that you are here. It's Systems Night, and I am amped about it. As I said earlier, coaches all over the planet are gassing you about your 2025 goals and resolutions, and they are pushing their ideas and their frameworks and their strategies for how you're going to crush 2025. But not enough people are being honest with you. Like, you've probably put in all this work to create some 2025 goals, and the odds of you crushing them are null. Like, you have better chances of winning the Hunger Games. And it's not because you are not dedicated. It's not because you are not capable or don't have the ability. It's because you don't have the systems in place to make those goals successful. But never fear, I am going to share with you 5 systems that you absolutely must have in place if you want to thrive in 2025, okay? So grab a pen and tag a friend. And for those of you who don't know me, when I say that, sis, it means it's about to go down, okay? I'm going to pop them up right here. Get ready, get ready. The first is a self-awareness system. The second is a self-care system. The third is a boundaries system. The fourth is a time mastery system. And number 5, bring it up the rear, is a support system. When you put these things together, it's the perfect interlace, the most beautiful concoction for creating success on a level that you have never experienced. I guarantee it's going to blow your mind. Are you ready? Are you ready? Drop I'm ready down in the comments if you're ready. All right. Let's go. Let's go with number 1, which is a self-awareness system. And this is a routine or strategy for going introspectively and really checking in with your own thoughts, your values, and your desires. It's a way to stay connected with how you are experiencing your situations in the world around you, okay? It can be so easy to get caught up in what other people want and other people think and other people need and other people desire. And if you're in this community, a lot of my people are like me and we're recovering people pleasers. And so we put our own needs on the back burner and we never really sit down and think about, like, how is this affecting me? What do I want? What do I like? And so creating a self-awareness system is going to create a space for you to recognize your desires, recognize your needs, and tap into them, okay? It's how you stay connected to you. And there are tons of ways for you to do that, okay? So when you wake up in the morning, the very first thing that I do before I even put my feet on the floor is I give myself a really good stretch and I check in with myself. Like, does anything hurt? Did I sleep well? Like, is there anything that feels like it needs to like stretch? Like, is there anything that's heavy on my heart? Did I have really bad dreams? Is there anywhere that like I need to address something? When you have a self-awareness system, it creates the space for you to say, yo, this is going on with me and I really need to address it, or this is something I have no control over, so I need to release it. So I love a morning like routine that includes you checking in on you. Other ways that you can do this are through meditation or through journaling or through any level of self check in. Like, did I get enough water today? Am I eating enough today? Is there something that's really heavy on my heart? Is there someone I need to apologize? When you are sitting down to journal things like, how do I truly feel about my career? How do I truly feel about my relationship? How do I truly feel about my physical appearance? How do I truly feel about my friendships with other people? How do I truly feel about XYZ? Whatever it is, I want you to get painfully honest with yourself because that's where we're going to see where the work gets to be done. Is this something that I can change? Or is this something that I get to accept or embrace and move forward? Okay. Which brings us to our second system, which is a self care system. Now, I'm well aware that over the last couple of years, there has been this huge influx of girls who are stepping into their soft girl era. And I'm not knocking it. Like, by all means, I'm always going to embrace something that is super femmy and all for self love, self care, the works. But you would be surprised the amount of times I sit down with a woman and she has absolutely no idea what she should do or could do for self care. I know that my community is filled with women who are recovering people pleasers, recovering perfectionists, and they fear being selfish with their time. There's some level of guilt for buying themselves stuff or pouring into themselves. And I want that to stop right now. Like, it's cliche, I know, but you cannot pour from an empty cup. If you truly want to give and serve at your highest capacity, you have to be putting something in to the cup. That's the only way. The person who burns the candle at both ends, they're the person who gets hurt. And so I want you to intentionally start carving out space for you and your needs and taking care of your own health. My recommendation is between 30 minutes and 1 hour every single day. And I can hear you now, like, Kayla, you just don't understand. I don't have 30 minutes to myself. Maybe we split that 30 minutes into 2 15s. Maybe that hour is 2 30 minutes. Maybe if you're a single mom, that you wake up before everybody else's feet hit the floor or you go to bed after everybody is asleep. Sometimes my 30 minutes was in my garage listening to a song that I loved on replay before I walked through the door and the second round of my life started. So I get it. If you want something bad enough, you make it happen. If you don't want it, you make an excuse. Your health, your emotional and mental well being is top priority for your life because you can't take care of anybody else if you don't have it together. It's just that simple. So self-care might look like journaling so that we pull ourselves back to that awareness. Is this something that I can control? Is this something that I get to work on? Is this something I have to let go? It might look like exercise. I'm going to be real with you. I do not love that 20 minutes where I'm sweating to the oldies in the morning, but I do love how I look and I love the energy that it gives me, right? I would encourage you to check in with your love languages because lots of times that's the way that you're also going to want to be able to love yourself, right? So if you're a physical touch kind of girl, then a massage might be an excellent way to reward yourself once a month. You can't afford going to massage therapy, then okay, cool. Then you go to the massage school. Like there's so many ways, right? So that might be nails or a pedicure. If you are a words of affirmation person, maybe writing yourself love letters and you can put them in the snail mail, or maybe it's just something you sit down and journal down, or listening to a podcast is going to pour into you. Like truly think about what is going to make you feel good And then how can you do that for yourself? And yes, it could be bubble baths and walks and yoga or Pilates. It could be buying yourself something nice, even if it's not super expensive. It's splurging on that coffee and going to a bookstore, whatever you need so that you feel taken care of and you feel full. How can you fill up your own tank? Okay. That is so, so important. I want you to think about that. The other thing is really tapping into your hobbies. Like, what do you do for fun? Like, life is not just meant for you to, life is not just meant for you to pay bills and die. Like, let me just be clear. You are not here to just pay bills and die. Here to pay bills and die. And contrary to what social media makes you believe, you don't have to monetize every single one of your hobbies. If you want to crochet hats for people that you love, for yourself, or just for fun, do that. You don't have to put a price tag on it. If you're called to do that, by all means, go for it. But having a hobby, something that fuels you, something that feeds you, something that brings you joy, it's imperative. So I want you to write down at least 3 things, guys, that you're doing for self-care in 2025. How are you pouring into you? When are you going to do this thing? Don't just say, "Oh, I'm going to get a massage." When? How frequently? Where are we going? Who's going with us? And it can be a solo trip, but I need you to get serious about what it is you are doing for you. Got it? Cool. Moving on to number 3, which is a boundaries system. And y'all, I could talk about boundaries all day long. I am a grade A recovering people pleaser, and boundaries saved and changed my life. And you don't just need boundaries for the people around you, you need boundaries for you. And the way that you might recognize that your boundaries blow is if you're one of those people who constantly feels overwhelmed or mistreated or looked over or abused or underappreciated. That's a really good indication that you have a boundaries problem. And I'm not saying this to pick on you or call you out. I'm calling you up because we teach people how they treat us. So people are looking at us and our self care strategies and how we're checked into with ourselves and what we're allowing into our space to determine our value on their barometer. So we get to do a better job in 2025 about what we allow in our space, about where we direct our energy, our time, our finances, and our other resources. Okay. And if you are one of those people, drop down below if you are, there's no shade. If you're one of those people who has difficulty saying no, I want you to consider why. Because if you're in a situation where you fear you're going to lose a friendship, a relationship, a connection, an opportunity because you said no to something, is it truly something that you desire to have? If it could just vanish at the snap of a finger because you were not available to do something, because it didn't serve your highest good, because it was contrary to your health, if you would lose it for saying no, is it something that you truly want? Me personally, no. I don't want nothing that is going to be like people know it's no good for me and they're upset with me so much that they don't want to talk to me anymore because I just couldn't do it. I'm not judging you, but I just couldn't do it. I have an entire framework and program for identifying the need, setting boundaries, a whole outline. Say boundaries below if you want it, baby. I got you. Okay. I could talk about boundaries all day, but it's imperative. And for people who are so afraid of boxing people out because you create these boundaries, I want you to hear me good. Boundaries don't keep people out, but they show them where the door is. And they get to decide if they want to be a part of your life and they're going to be respectful to you and they're going to honor you and they're going to admire you and they're going to be reciprocal, or they get to decide if they're going to be on the other side of the fence. And that's not on you. It's not on you. And I recognize I say that like way further down the road than I was years ago, but it's imperative that you learn that, okay? A boundary system is key, not just for other people, but also for yourself and what you allow in your space, what you allow access to your energy. Okay. Number 4 is a time mastery system. There are 2 things that I tell you if you want to master life, you master these 2 things, your time and your emotions. When you master your time, when you decide this is what I'm doing with my time, this is where my effort is going, this is where my energy is going, you change your life because time is currency. It's the only thing we can't get back. When it's gone, it's gone. And so I want you to become hyper focused on where you spend your time, your effort, and your energy. People started getting really upset with me when I started scheduling my calls, but I recognized that when I picked up the phone and I allowed someone to interrupt my morning activity at work or call me right before a coaching call or call me as I'm building out a landing page or call me before, it started derailing me. And then I was distracted and I couldn't present as my best self. When you say yes to everything, when you lack boundaries, when you don't have the self awareness to recognize that something is draining you, when you haven't been really caring for yourself, so you're just crowding your plate and you allow your time to get away from you, it changes the way that you show up. So, as I said before, you can't be your best self. I would encourage every single person to do a time audit. In the mornings when you wake up, from the moment you wake up to the time that you go to bed, I want you to document for 3 days how much time it takes you to do everything. How much time is it taking you to get ready for work? How much time is it taking you to do breakfast? How much time is it taking you to do your task at work? How much time are you spending on your phone? How much time are you spending scrolling social media? And I promise you, what you won't say anymore is that I don't have the time for something. Because we almost always have the time. What we don't have is the courage to stop doing things that don't serve us, the courage to stop doing things that drain us. We have the time. It's just using it intentionally. Okay. Again, I get really fired up when we talk about time because people find a way for what they want and they find an excuse for what they don't. Okay. Number 5, you need a support system. Man was not meant to be alone, boo. You do not have to navigate this life, your situation, or your transformation alone. Depending on your origin story and what you've been through, everybody's social situation may look different. But for the most part, we're all going to have personal people like our friends and family, professional people like our boss, our colleagues, people we might meet in a mastermind. You might have emotional health people like your coach or your therapist. And then you have your practical people like childcare, financial advisors, legal advisors, those sorts of things. But if you really want to 10x your results, there are 5 more people that you want to have in your corner. Notice I said in your corner because lots of people in your circle, baby, are not in your corner. But you need these 5 in your corner. I actually put some notes over here so I don't miss anything. So get your pen because this is important, okay? Everybody needs a mentor. A mentor is someone who is going to inspire you, to guide you, someone who sets your heart on fire, okay? And contrary to popular belief, this doesn't have to be someone you know in real life. It could completely be a parasocial relationship. So I actually have a mentor in the community, but when I think about social media, I think about Mel Robbins. I think about Brene Brown. I think about Jay Shetty. When they post, it's inspiring, it's motivating. It it pushes me to take radical action and to stand on business when it comes to my emotional and mental health, right? So those are good mentors for you to have. I'd like for you to evaluate your circle and kind of look and say, who is someone I might consider a mentor? And you could tap in and ask them, yo, can you be a mentor for me? And if you need a social media mentor, baby, I'm here for you. Okay. It's what I do. I'm more than happy to fulfill that role, but I want you to know that that is a possibility for you. Okay. The second thing that you need is a hype girl, a cheerleader, a person that when you share your goals, your dreams, your success, your aspirations, they're like, hey, and they hit the quan and the nay nay and all of the things. No, I want to be careful with this, okay? This is not someone who just hypes you up no matter what you do. If you were doing something that was like running you into the ground or was not a good idea, I want that cheerleader person to be like, wait, 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 we're not dancing for that, okay? But someone who is going to inspire you, someone who gets excited when you have good news. Everyone deserves that person because it's going to motivate you and you're going to have that consistent source of a person who's going to cheer you on, okay? The next thing that you need is an accountability partner. And this is when everybody kind of sits up straight and folds their arms, because when we talk discipline and we talk accountability, we automatically assume it means something bad. I mean, let's be clear. When's the last time that you got disciplined or held accountable and you had a smile on your face? But these things are essential because you need that person in your pocket that says, you said that you were going to start writing your book this month. Where are we at with that? You said that we were going to eat whole this week. Where are you at with that? You said we were going to meet at the gym on Thursday at 6. It's 6:30. Where are you? We need that person in our lives. Again, I have a whole accountability program. You can jump in it with the green room or you can do it one-on-one. If you need someone in your life to be that person, I'm your girl. I got you, okay? But if not, cool. Secure it and make sure the person is sincere. The next thing that you need is an expert. Someone in your niche. Someone who's been where you're going. Someone who knows the way and they can light the path. Someone who's already beat back the thistle and all the heavy branches so that you don't have to. Why are you spending all this time reinventing the wheel? I'm not telling you to go out and steal someone else's strategy or to mimic anyone else. What I am telling you is that success leaves clues. And this can be someone that you know personally. This could be a podcast. This could be reading a book. This could be all sorts of things. But you need an expert in the field that you desire to go in so that you have a model. There is no reason why you are trying to figure out how to light the torch on a dark path that's already been lit over there. I really want you to consider that, okay? And then finally, you need a realist on your team. I'm totally an optimist, but you need a realist on your team. Someone that's going to give you 100% honest feedback, who's going to say, you know what? You're definitely getting better. I can see the growth here and here. What I would like to see is this, this, and this. And I want to be clear. It doesn't have to be 5 different people doing these things, okay? You might have a person who's your coach and your mentor, who's your accountability partner, and the person who keeps it real, who is your hype girl, and the person who is holding you accountable, right? Like it could be a mixture of these things, but this is something you need in your pocket if you want to grow. It's the person that's going to keep you on track. You cannot do this by yourself. When someone says that they are a self-made millionaire, I scoff. Because no, you stood on someone's back, you stood on someone's shoulders, someone led the way. And it's okay to need people. We just have to make sure we're needing the right people and that love and that admiration and that respect is reciprocated, okay? I have the green room, which is my community where I love on the women and they love on me back, and we're cheering each other on and we're holding each other accountable. And we are truly transforming our lives into our main character era. If you're interested, just drop green room below. I would love for you to come and hang out with us and I can tell you all about it. But there are communities out there like that that are just waiting for someone like you to join. Okay. So I am super excited for you to knock 2025 out of the park and know that you are all set with these 5 power systems. I know you are going to be absolutely amazing. You're going to blow your mind and mine and everyone else's around you. And I cannot wait to see the aftermath. I'm Kayla Simmons. I'm the main character coach. I'm so glad that you hung out with me tonight. If you love this video, do not forget to like it, to save it, to share, to subscribe, to do all the things to keep that algorithm popping. I can't wait to see you in the next one. From the Red Carpet Collective, we're out.